What up? A little check-in. I think I figured out where I'm going for my next adventure. It won't be this weekend, it'll be next weekend. I think I'm gonna go to the Hoh River. It's in the Olympic National Forest. I did a little research and I found out that one's quite a little bit of a trek. It's gonna be a three-hour drive to get there. But I think that sounds like the plan. And that's supposed to be a really good trail, a really good hike. And then I found out that there's this 2-day hike you can do. Really 3 is what he said. You do a day and a half, you camp, and then you do a day and a half. I don't know how that works. Maybe you camp at night, then you do a full day. It's I don't know how many miles it is, but my IT guy saw my thing and he said that I should do that. Which is cool that I've got like people in the company I work at, they're watching my stuff and they're like, some of them actually hike. So they're telling me, giving me ideas, because the adventures aren't just for my year. This was the kickoff. Like, I'm going to be doing this now. And next, when I have 12 months, like when I'm working on my second year, oh yeah, it's going down. I'm going to do a bunch. Even if I can get like 12 of them in. So I don't know how many left I got till I've got 1 year clean. I know that I've got like, I have basically 5 weeks until I have a year clean. It's almost like this countdown, but that's okay. Monday I go in for my consult for my next tattoo, which is going to be right here on the this area, and it's going to be 2 bingo balls. We've already talked about this, but I got to figure out what colors I want. I'm thinking green and blue, but I don't know. I might just do my birthstone color, and I'll do her birthstone color. There you go. Figured it out. 2 birthstone colors. I don't know what an Aries birthstone color is, but that's what color it's going to be. And I don't know what her birthstone is, so I got to figure that one out. I'll figure that out. Those are the colors of the bingo balls. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Should be easy for the tattoo artist. Really, I should just get a magic 8 ball. No, I'm not doing that. Anyways, what else is going on? Today was a good day. Grinded today. Hustled out to beat somebody to something, and felt competitive and felt good. Felt strong today. Not much closer to where I need to be. Yeah. So I definitely need to step it up at work. I need to do that. Everything works out the way it's supposed to, right? Yeah. 5 more weeks. It's crazy. Maybe 5.5. Yeah, it's, what am I talking about? Oh yeah. Like 37 days, 36 days, that's 5 weeks. And I don't think I have time to do 2 adventures. Yeah. Trying to cram everything down in 90 days, you know. I think I've done a pretty good job with that so far. And I set some pretty good foundations. Yeah. And 5 weeks flies. Didn't used to. For a minute there, fuck, man. For like 2 weeks seemed like a long time. And now it just doesn't feel like enough time. Ooh. But at least I love my job. You know, I'm good at my job. I love it. You know, I'm good with my bosses right now. I like where I'm headed. I like what I've done to my body. I like what I've done to my mind. I like where things are going. It hasn't been that easy. Some of it was a grind. A lot of it was just mental. Most of it, it's all mental. There's a physical grind in that, right? Like I had to keep going in there. But I used some of that for my mental, which I'll do today. I'm gonna go straight there from work. Then I'll come home and I'll water the lawn. If the lawn gets watered, the way I see it, if the lawn gets watered twice a day, then it should start growing green real quick. At least show some life. I might even get some grass seed and some weed killer. I charge the little thing so when I get home, I can start hooking up the edges of it. Look at the backyard. Busy. But today was a battle with the customer. It was good though. Like the way he shook my hand at the end there, man. He's proud of me. My boss was proud of me. That was cool. My boss, when I was done, actually before I was done, I walked into the office and he said, "Man, I want to tell you, man, like that's exactly what." Like he said that. Hell yeah, bro. That's how you do it. It felt good to hear my boss say that. And I hadn't even got the deal yet. He just liked how I was battling. Yeah, it felt good. It's a battle doing what I do. It's not easy. I used to say it's not for the faint of heart. Not anybody can just go up in there and do it. I used to think people could, but I've seen so many people come and go, and now I know it doesn't click naturally for everybody. It kind of did for me. I mean, I had to learn a lot of things the hard way, but it's kind of like this whole thing about life, recovery and all that stuff. You just got to keep working at it. You know, these same days, you know, every day is an 8-hour day, 9-hour day, 10-hour day. It doesn't go any faster. It feels faster. Like if I'm working like 3 deals, the day feels like it was 3 hours. But the reality of it all is that every minute has 60 seconds in it. And every hour has 60 minutes. And no matter how fast you move, no matter how slow you move, no matter what you focus on, no matter what you think about, no matter what you do, no matter how you distract yourself, when I was getting loaded, when I wasn't getting loaded, the reality of it is there's 60 seconds in a minute, and there's 60 minutes in an hour, and there's 24 of those every single day, and they work exactly the same. It's not faster on a Tuesday, it's slower on a Sunday. That's recovery. No matter what I do, however much I put in, 24 hours a day is how 24 hours a day works. That's it. It's the time. I say all the time, like, there's not enough time in a day. Or I wish this day would end faster. So, like, getting a day clean is the same as if you've got a year clean and you're working on the next day. That's the same as 1 day clean. It's the same amount of time. It's just handled and differently. Your thought process is different. The way you feel is different. It's either brutal or it's a grind. or it's chill. And usually, especially in the beginning, it's a grind. But no matter how hard you grind, there's only 24 hours in a day. There's already a certain percentage of that is taken up by sleeping, eating, whatever else you're going to do. Working, watching TV, scrolling through your phone, driving. So how much of that day do we really get? How much of that day do you get for personal development? I spent so much of my life worrying. How many days? How many years? Like if I combine my whole life, and if I could look back, like if there was some calculator out there that I could just go, all right, you know, hey Siri, calculate this, you know, how many hours did I spend worrying? If the number, you know, like if you spend money, you don't think about it, and like you buy like cigarettes or something, or you buy junk food or whatever, and then you look at a statement and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I spent that much. And then like you look at it on an annual level, you're like, oh my God, I spent 10 grand this year on food, right? Like you look at it like that and you're like, damn, how many, like if I had that statement, my lifetime statement, worrying, what would that bill look like? What would that number be? Because I know in the last 10 years, I spent more time worrying than I did praying. I spent more time worrying than I did laughing. There was a time I wasn't laughing at all, man. These last couple of years. And then before that, even the people always walk up to me, man, why are you so serious? And I had an answer for that. I had an answer for that. A justifiable reason of why I'm so serious. I heard a speaker, his name is Jim Rohn. He's a motivational speaker. And he said, you need to get serious. Life is serious. It's either life or it's death. Your finances are serious. So like I'm justifying not being happy. Because I got to get serious here. And there is a time for seriousness. You got to be serious. Like you got to be serious about your recovery. That's no joke. But you can do it with comedy. Because, you know, it's so hard to live that way. I try not to say live out there because I never lived on the streets. I don't know what that's like. I can't imagine what a person living on the streets, how they pick themselves up. How do you pick yourself up? You're living in a freaking tent. Go get a job, right? Like it's that easy. But I know people that used to live in tents that are good members of society. They got jobs. Where did it start? How did it start? There was a grind. They had to work that much harder to get to that level than normal people running around with jobs. They did it. Love hearing them talk. Never got to that point. I was this close though. Like if I could see how close it was, man, they'd have been like, man, you could only see how close you are to losing it all. And you're gonna go get loaded again, huh? Alright. Well, you're gonna get that much closer now. My recovery time after getting loaded is always like a freaking week. And I wouldn't give myself a week to recover, so I just get loaded again by the end of the week. And I don't have to live that way anymore. That's the whole thing. Have to live that way anymore, right? It's not I don't get to live that way anymore. And it's not I'm not going to. I don't have to. That's what separates me from thinking that it's never going to happen again. To I don't have to ever let it happen again. Because I'm not going to ever sit here and say if I use again I'll die. That can't be my motivator. If that's my motivator, what happens if I get loaded and I don't die? I'll just stay getting loaded. That shit has to always be on the table. It's just an option I'm not going to take. Like, I have the option right now to take my steering wheel and pull it to the left as hard as I can and smash into every one of these cars. That's an option. It's not a good one, but it's definitely an option. So when I start thinking about things that are options, I just won't do it, right? Like, I will not do that. There's been times I thought about doing that, but that's an option. So what are options for me then? Getting loaded is always an option. It's just not one I want to take. And today I'm not going to. And hopefully tomorrow I don't either. But I love that just for today, man. I love the just for today statement. Just for today. I mean, all the readings and all that stuff that are in there, the favorite is just for today. All the cliches, you know, one day at a time, all that stuff. My favorite is just for today. Because it takes it down to a small level. I don't need to worry about, like, because I sat there getting loaded, like, man, I'm never going to get like 72 days again. I can't even get like 7 days. Never going to get 72 days again. I got less than 72 days till I have 1 year. Drive I do on the way to the gym, the other gym in the morning, and I pass through downtown Olympia. I can always count, like, I could take the freeway. I was taking the freeway at the beginning, but I drive through there. I drive through it not to compare myself with the people that are on those streets. I drive through it so I can see them and pray for them. It'd be nice to go drive through that one day and there's just nobody on the streets. They've all figured out, I just got to do this. That's why I know it's an option. There's no such thing as this is my only option. There's all kinds of options. Just then some of them we ain't willing to take. I was scared. I was sitting there knowing I had to go to work, knowing that I couldn't handle it anymore. That phone call that I made, saved my life. It was the heaviest phone call. They say the phone could weigh 1,000 pounds. I'll know what it weighs when I'm wanting to get loaded and I pick up the phone and call somebody. I didn't do that for myself like I know people do. You know, if there's somebody sitting out there and they didn't go into treatment and they're like going into meetings, hustling it, 1 day clean, 10 days clean, fucking a week clean. You know, they're not at 28 days yet. But they're not in a treatment center and they're surrounded by all these options and they still choose to go in there to that meeting, a meeting. That's strong. I don't care how much fucking... The only you can't keep doing is getting loaded. I used to say, I can't keep doing this to myself as I was getting loaded. It's that little bit of fight, battle, fucking sucks. Let me fucking throw out the white flag, head into a meeting. And then have the courage to say, I got fucking no time. But I want to live. I want to make it. I can relate with that. I don't want to live like this anymore. Whoa. I can relate with that. But I didn't have the strength to do it on my own like that. It can't be done. When it gets heavy enough, we either die, we end up in jail, an institution, or we change. Or we eventually just change when it becomes too heavy to bear. We change. Or we die. Or we stand under a bridge for 20 years, wishing we were dead. If you're watching this, don't choose that option. Just keep coming back. If you can make it today, you have what it takes. If you can't make it today, you have what it takes. It's not a knowing thing. It's a doing thing. Good luck today. Give yourself a break. You got this.